Hey people, welcome to the channel. Hope everyone is having a great day, and this is going to be a short video about fitness. Yeah, certainly not my thing. There's channels dedicated to this and I suggest you go look those up, but I have a bit of advice, some life experience, and we'll talk about that in a second. I want to remind though all of you that today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be talking with Jeff Kirkham, who's the author of Black Autumn, I hope I'm getting the name right, and is the book in which the movie that's coming out on 20th of December is based on. Great guy, special forces dude, but overall a cool guy to talk with, and we'll be talking about everything. I'm really looking forward to that. So remember, today, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and for those wondering, yes, I talked with Matt a couple days ago, and we have to do some. Maybe next weekend we'll do a live stream as well if I find him around and he has the time. But I already contacted him through email, so let's see when we can talk about everything that's going on in the world. Now let's go back to this, which is, it is very important. It is staying in shape. It's now this is I think that there's three aspects here that you have to keep in mind. You have to look after your body mass, how fat you are. You have to look at your cardio, and you have to look at your strength. How strong are you? Can you lift heavy things? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, that's a nice way to feel about it. Have you actually tested to see how strong you actually are? The grip strength thing that I've shown here in the channel before, that gives you an idea of how strong you are. If you're healthy, if you're under the strength that you should be having, if you're over it, that's ideal. But it's basically about those three things. Watching your diet, what you eat, staying within your healthy weight for your body, and it's about having physical strength, being able to lift heavy things, and it's about having cardio. Can you walk? Can you run? Can you walk for a long period of time? Look, I've had this happen many times to me before. We have people, friends, people visiting, and okay, what are we gonna do? Well, we go for a walk. All right, no, they just cannot walk. They walk for maybe half an hour and then they are tired and they have to stop. I'm talking about people my age. I'm talking about, yes, of course, people maybe older, and incredibly, people quite a bit younger as well. You're like, dude, it is walking. We're not doing anything strange. So hiking, going out for trips like that, that's the kind of thing we do enjoy as a family, and that kind of keeps you in shape and keeps you honest in terms of what you can and what you cannot do. Can you carry a small backpack? Can you carry a large one? Are you overestimating your capabilities, which is something we do all the time. Again, this is not my thing. This is not what I do here in the channel in terms of preparedness for fitness and so on. But these things, I've been using these things for a long time. I've been using the typical dumbbell for a very long time, and they're nice. You can just adjust the weight for different exercises, and as you get a little bit stronger, you add more weight and so on. Mostly looking at having a variety of exercises as to not just focus on one thing, right? And then I got myself a tiny little kettlebell. I got myself this one, the 8-kilo kettlebell. Just one, not even investing more than just one. Yeah, sure, if you have a couple, there's other things you can do. Also, keep in mind there's something to be said about the asymmetric kind of exercises. Again, I'm not going to make a fool of myself because it's not my thing, so don't expect any kind of fitness routine here in the channel. Just go look it up from people that do this seriously and know what they're doing. But there's a number of exercises that you can do, and after a while of having these things around, and after many years of having these things around, I'm liking these things a lot more. I do see the advantage now. And now there's one channel of a guy that's very good, a big dude, body lifter. He was saying, oh, these are just gimmicks, it's bullshit. No, just stick. No, it's not. There's several exercises, there's several things you can do. Also, I like the creativity. You can throw in there your own part of finding dynamic movements, and that's one of the things you don't have so much with these, the dynamic movements. You see some of the videos from the guys from the UFC. I don't know if you follow martial arts or not, but the UFC promotional videos where you see, I think it was Max Holloway, he had like tiny ones. I don't know if it was this or even lighter, but he was doing very simple exercises. But the idea of having this leverage, you have a handle here, and you can be a lot more dynamic in the way you move it. You can be a lot more creative. This is very stiff. You're just moving in, and yeah, you have a bunch of exercises. You can get very strong. I mean, all over your body. It's a full body workout that you can do with just these things. I'm not saying it's not. It's just more and more dynamic what you can do with these, right? And moving your way up. So I'm doing the video mostly because I've had visible, undeniable results in terms of actually even not only working out and actually getting stronger. And what I mean by that is doing things you were not capable of doing before. Doing exercises, lifting things in a certain way you were not able to do that before, and then you keep on doing it with a lighter one, and then you move up, and then you move up, and yeah, you're able to do things that you were physically not capable to do before. And that for me is success. That for me is, okay, I've achieved something. I've reached a goal, something that I could not do before. Now I can actually do that. I was just talking about this with my son, so that's why I got the idea of doing the video. These things are great. Just find a number of it can be a full body workout if you know what you're doing, right? From the most simple ones and the swings and all of that stuff, but even with one, and sure, if you have a couple more, I don't think you honestly need more than what you see here. Maybe a couple of these for some of the exercises that are out there, so it's more symmetric. But again, the asymmetry at times, what helps working on some of those tiny muscle groups that you rarely ever do. So there's something about the asymmetry of using just one. Start light, start with the lighter ones, move your way up. Don't try to, I'm gonna be swinging the fucking 40-pound kettlebell. Don't do that. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Start light. And also warm up with this. Even if you end up moving up, once you warm up a little bit, warm up with the lighter one. And honestly, I said it before, this is the one I use the most because so many things that you can do with a lighter weight, and this is more specific for some things that you have either larger muscles involved or more of your more body involved in those movements, stuff like swinging and so on. So these work very well for that. And yeah, eventually you can move in terms of getting to do the exercises you did with this, with a 30, or this is 16 kilos, this is 20 kilos, I don't know. But my advice in a very amateurish experience, but having done this for many years, is don't overdo it. Don't try to get everything one thing and no, it's better to get stronger with a lighter weight and repetition, and then carefully, if you're going at your maximum, maybe you want to step it down a little bit. So, I can lift this thing. Okay, how many repetitions can you actually do? How comfortable are you with those? All right, maybe if you're really just, maxing yourself, step it down a little bit, get more comfortable, and then when you're stronger, move back to this. That's humbly the little piece of advice that I have. But again, with something like this, you can do a heck of a lot of stuff. And it's very, very interesting how just because of the shape, right? Still weight, you're still moving around a certain mass of iron, I guess this is. But because of the shape that you have a lot more options and a lot more creativity in the kind of exercise that you do. I'll leave links for all of these things below, as always. And yes, seriously consider getting these. You sometimes see them like in grocery stores and in supermarkets and so on. So I'll leave the links for what you have in Amazon. If you find something that is better for your needs or just a better idea for you, go with that. But yeah, start getting involved in all of this thing, and don't wait. Because time goes by and you start losing strength. The older you get, the less strength you have. And if you're young, even more so. Have a proper body development, stay in shape, and yeah, lift heavy stuff, guys. That's the idea. See you on the next video. Take care.